Meanwhile, here's our third place qualifier, California.
One of the main torchbearers of the Super Turbo scene and the best active Dhalsim player in the United States. This will be El Trouble's first trip back to Texas since the Free Play charity event of 2017. When he is on his game, he has the ability to beat anyone in the world. Eugene won last year's most attended Super Turbo tournament in the world, Combo Breaker, and topped it off by celebrating with a dual proposal with Killer Miller that made national news and melted hearts. We would not be surprised to see both of the first couple of ST in Arlington this April.
All right, third place in the Cali qualifier.
I want you to watch El Trouble. He never backs up at all. That's just, as a sim player, I admire him so much because he stands his ground. He has no damage. But look at that.
Look at that handsome man. Look how handsome he is. Look at that.
Wow.
That face needs to be put on money.
So, you saw it?
You want to have like a first to 10 to make Eugene bucks?
Or $10 instead of 5.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? We can do that, and I will spot him 9.
So there you see it. El Trouble, Dhalsim Extraordinaire, West Coast. Third place. He will be here, Spring Series, next month.
What do you guys, have you guys played El Trouble?
He was here. Him and Tanya, I know, were here for the 24-hour ST event 2 years ago. Unfortunately, I did not make that, so I still haven't met either one of them.
My goodness.
Yep.
All right. Eugene, come meet Boat Guy. I know you have your own Boat Guy.
I'm the spitting image, apparently.
Right. This is ridiculous.
You can judge in person. I hear there's multiples, but hopefully, we can come to an agreement.
Right. It's not the guy from Fight Club, Boat Guy.
Or Cameron from Ferris
But,
Bueller,
yeah, he's incredible. He can play much more than Sim. He just plays Sim in tournament.
I mean, that's his tournament character. I mean,
Right.
he won Combo Breaker last year, too, right? Is that the tournament he
Yes.
won, I believe? Yeah,
Yes,
he
he
won
did.
Combo Breaker as well. So, no slouch. One of America's best, most long-running. I guess when you think of Dhalsim in America, he pops up into your mind.
I mean, in my opinion, he is the best Dhalsim player in America. I don't think there's a lot of debate there. There's old school players like Saban.
Yeah.
Jason Cole.
Yeah.
I don't know how active Jason is, but right now, active, winning tournaments, including getting top 3 in a very, very, very stacked field. El Trouble. I can't wait to see him do some work. I hope he brings Killer Miller with him.
I hope so too. Yeah.
They're my heroes.
The first couple of ST.
Yes, that's right.
They are the first couple.
So Eugene
ST.
will for sure be here. Maybe Tanya, hopefully.
I
hope so.
Pretty confident. I talked to her about getting tickets today, so
They better, is what Chris is saying. You guys better both be here, is what we're saying.
I just want to see them. Like, they're friends. They're friends to everybody in the ST community. They help teach many, many, many players with their YouTube videos how to play.
Yeah.
Excellent YouTube series. They display the hitboxes, and that was like 6 years ago.
I know, yeah, I remember watching those YouTube tutorials too. I just need to meet him for the first time. So come down here.
Blows my mind. Yeah.
We'll say hi finally. We got some. Who's playing Akuma on the cab, by the way? Yeah, don't show the next game. Let's just show the second place qualifier from the West Coast now, actually, because I'm disgusted.
Originally from the New York scene, he recently moved to NorCal and continued to dominate with Dictator. He's a beloved figure at Free Play Arcades, having won the second Spring Series ST Championship and donate 25 straight hours of his life to Free Play's ST charity event later that year. As the second place finisher in the LA Satellite, he is definitely a threat to be among the top 8 players splitting the record $10,000 prize pool.
All right, second place. A Free Play, I'd say, fan of, regular. He's been here a handful of times.
He's a Free Play legend. He won the second Spring Series tournament.
Came down here, right, on his own?
Yes, that's correct. In fact, he didn't even tell anybody.
He showed up and took our money?
No, a shock, a major shock to Matt Krause. I was right there at ground zero for the look on his face when Rizwan showed up, and he points across the sidewalk and says, "That guy is the best player here. He's the number 1 seed." And I'm like, okay, well, if Matt Krause says so, then I'm making it that way.
So Rizwan, he will be here. Rizwan.
He's maybe the most technical player. Him and Tech Monkey, right? Just have oodles and oodles of character knowledge.
Right? Game and character knowledge.
Yes, with their specific characters.
Damn Guy too, though, in terms of the game engine. Jesse was saying that earlier.
That's true. That's true.
So basically, there are a ton of. I mean, there's great players coming, but you're seeing there's going to be some of the most technical players that know the most about the game that are going to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. And Rizwan is an absolute encyclopedia. He's very, very a good steward of the scene. I remember he sat and talked with me for about a half an hour after he won the second Spring Series tournament, just on what we needed to grow the scene, what kind of equipment was standard across, how to talk to Japanese players. Like, he is instrumental in so much. He's an incredible ambassador to the game and just a real badass.
Yeah.
My favorite part of that highlight clip we just watched is the instant overhead knee.
Yeah, it's so filthy.
It really is. Literally impossible to react
and
to.
it's painful to get hit by it.
Well, because it's coming out when it's stun time, right?
Yeah.
One hit, one little touch, and you're stunned.
And you can even be thinking about it, but you'll still get hit by it.
Yeah,
like
he does a crouch medium kick, completely whiffs it. Ryu ducks because I don't blame him. In fact, if he does another crouch medium kick, that's a stun.
Yeah.
So he ducks, instant overhead knee, stun. Good night.
Yeah, he's
so good. What do you think about that, Beltran?
The first time I actually interacted with Rizwan was, I mean, we had a few casual matches and things like that. Said hi, nice to meet you, stuff like that.
Spring Series 2 or the 24-hour event?
This was the 24-hour event.
Okay.
And I don't know what time it was during the night or day, whatever it was, but Riz was doing commentary and he asked me to come over. I said, okay, cool. I sit down. And this was like our first time really talking. Like, we've met earlier. Hey, how you doing? Nice meeting you. He proceeded to, cream me a couple of casual matches. No big deal, right?
Asked you for an autograph?
No. Okay. It's funny you mention that. He asked me on stream, what's going on here? What's the deal with you? I'm like, dude, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't ask for all this.
If you're wondering why, that reaction is why.
Yeah.
Just to get people to ask that question.
I don't know.
What is happening?
And in the best way possible, I tried to kind of like explain to him. Like, man, I don't know. Like, I just kind of showed up one day and I met Chris and said a couple of things, and then all of a sudden,
suddenly there's Beltran fatheads, people showing up in Beltran cosplay,
fan club.
And he just kind of looked at me and said, okay, well, that's cool, man. I said, man, no, it's not. It's not cool. No, it's not cool. No.
Well, one person that is cool is Rizwan, and he's coming here.
Absolutely.
He's going to get his avocado cheese.
Third Spring Series in a row, correct?
Yes.
So he was at 2, he was at 3, and he's at 4 Wired World of Fighting Games.
Well, and also he was at the 24-hour event.
Right.
We filmed out there. That was so much fun. That was so instrumental in bringing our scene a little bit closer to up to speed. Just being able to spend all that time with Tanya and Eugene and Rizwan, really, really incredible.
And, yeah, this is the first time he's ever won a spot. Last year he flew out here on his own.
That's
this year
correct.
He won a spot, and he will be flown down here by Free Play.
That's correct. Although we did fly him out for the 24-hour event.
Oh, really?
Like,
okay.
that was
as a special guest? Well, this is
the
first.
Well, he was the defending champion at the time, so
okay.
it made a lot of sense.
That makes sense. But in this case, he won a stacked West Coast tournament, and he is your second-place qualifier from California. And now you know the story of why Mr. Michael Beltran has a permanent target grafted on his nuts. So feel free, if you're coming down here for the first time, to ask for autographs from one Mike B., Olds the God Extraordinaire himself. He will be happy to do it. Ain't that right?
My nuts?
Yeah, because you constantly get kicked in them. So
there's none left.
They're just permanently caved in.
I look like a Ken doll.
All right, and on that note, how about our first place qualifier, the legend himself?
Afro Legends. The American legend tries to improve from his second place performance last year. Named for his two mains of DJ and boxer, he is considered one of the top players ever from the U.S. and proved it with a dominant performance in a stacked field at Don's Arcade LA Satellite. His poke strings are the source of unending confusion, and one mistake will always lead to his opponent's demise. Also a fan favorite of the local free play Tapper Queen.
Okay. All right. Yep. No surprise, Afro Legends first place, LA qualifier, America's great hope, the best player here in the nation.
Yes. Yeah, it's either him or Damdai, and man, Afro with two different characters, just amazing at all times. There he is beating Yaya, getting a round of applause.
Look at that crowd.
Yeah, that was just a taste of the crowd last year. Yeah.
Look at that crowd. Where's me?
That's a fraction of it right there too. Like, more people were hanging out outside, kind of spread throughout the arcade, and it's supposed to be even more people this year. So the competition's stacked, and it was stacked. It's gonna be even more stacked this year. And leading the charge from the West Coast is gonna be Afro Legends again. Damdai from the East Coast. Two just great American players are gonna be there.
I will say, like, Afro is a student of the game. He's really humble about it. He's not really in your face. Quiet guy. You can go up to him and talk to him about whatever you like.
You can ask him about his stool that he's going to bring with him most likely.
Yes, he brings his own stool. So he said the exact right height on the candy cab. But yeah, I remember watching him. It was like watching a kicker last year because he was the last remaining American for a while.
Yeah.
And he's just trucking through Japanese contender after Japanese contender.
Yeah, Tech Monkey was the other highest finisher, tied for 7th.
I think Ultra Combo got tied for 7th, if I'm not mistaken.
Did he?
No, you're right.
Well,
Tech Monkey got 7th. So
I think Ultra Combo was high up there. I can't remember if he was top 8 or not, but I know for sure Tech Monkey and
He was on
Afro
stage.
Legends were up there. Yeah.
But there was
on
quite a
stage.
while where he was holding the flag.
Yeah,
Afro
yeah.
Legends was all by himself. We all wanted to see him go as far as he could possibly go, and one after another he would win, and he would go and he would sit in that chair in the front and watch the next match. And it was like a kicker being iced. Like I didn't want to go up there and say congratulations, that's awesome, you're really inspiring us. Nobody wanted to say anything to him. He would sit there
Just
in
focus.
solitude,
Yeah, just meditate.
watch the match. Yep. Walk back up there and just kick some other grandmaster's ass. It was incredible.
Yeah, the guy is just insanely good with both Boxer and DJ.
He could win this tournament. He is that good. No doubt.
He made a tremendous run last year. I mean, the competition's going to be stacked again, so you got to expect that he's going to make another deep run. I mean, he's just so good. I'm really interested to see him play all these players again, though.
Yeah.
I know this year, if I remember correctly.
Well, also he was still about 6 months out of retirement at that point.
That's true. Yeah, like because part of the kind of revival in North America with ST, he's kind of reawoken back to the game, and he's in kill mode again, basically, with all this money being thrown around for the game too. So
and that's what
and
he
all
told
this
me.
competition too.
Yeah, it's the big tournaments coming back. There's actual money on the line to help motivate. Also, he had Tomo at the time.
Yeah, it's true.
To be someone to practice against, he definitely would point to that as a reason he got back into the game.
That's true. And he's still playing now. So and he's your first place qualifier on the West Coast. A dark horse favorite to win the tournament. When you, I mean, I don't even want to say dark horse, but I mean you have 5 Japanese grandmasters there, but you also have Damn Die. Tech Monkey plays a super solid with a character that can steal rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, the top 3 from both sides are stacked, and there's even more players that are going to show up. Like Ultra Combo didn't qualify on the West Coast. I'm assuming he's going to try to make it.
I would assume so.
And he's a killer too.
Well,
so
I told him I cared. So Rizwan actually knocked Ultra Combo out of the qualifier, out of the satellite tournament.
And a great set.
And I went to him and I said, well, I care more about regional seeding than anything else. Like I don't want to see someone travel all the way across the world just to play the person that's right next to him.
Right.
Rizwan and Ultra Combo, Matt Kraus, live in the same vicinity.
Yeah.
So I told him, like, if you make it out there, you're not playing this guy. And as defiant as Sebastian always is, he says, no, I want him. Like,
he wants to run back.
I am not afraid. I'm not afraid. That's his attitude towards everything. We definitely love Matt Kraus here. He's man, he's got such a strong spirit.
I mean, he was a qualifier last year.
And by the way, he could win.
Yeah, he could definitely win. Yeah, no doubt. He made an impression last year. He knocked Anakin out of Red Bull Proving Grounds last year. He is going to hopefully be here, but Rizwan knocked him out. And your top 3 from California are again Afro Legends, Rizwan, and El Trouble. They will be the West Coast qualifiers. And to recap, East Coast are Damn Die, Technical Monkey, and the big surprise Zoolander.